Hey, what's up, guys? Today, I want to talk about something that might be a new concept to a lot of you. And that's because it's something that's not really talked about a lot, and especially in terms of music production. But I'm going to talk about my approach, the Cylus music approach, which is a spiritual approach to music production. So let's get into it. The first things that I want to mention is that music is more than just a sound. It's actually energy, it's emotion, it's expression. So you can hear music and totally be transported to a different world. You can be healed and you can literally feel how the artist or producer is feeling in that moment through a recording, which is like a crazy thing about music, right? And so my journey as a music producer has led me to see music production as a spiritual experience. And I wanted to create a method that helps music producers and artists connect with this inner creativity and personal growth, as well as spiritual growth, all into one program. So, why do I see it this way? Well, first, having a spiritual approach to music production can connect you to something greater, whether it's the universe or divine intelligence or your subconscious, whatever you want to call it. Maybe you even call it God. And this is a pretty great place to be in, and it can help you get into deeper creative flows. And a spiritual approach basically allows you to enter things that are called like wu wei, effortless action. And you actually don't have to try as hard to create things that are better. And that's better is subjective, but once you can tap into that flow state, you can achieve an authentic sound and also just be totally present. And that's a pretty cool place to be too. And you don't have to be an expert music producer to reach those states. Yes, you do have to learn the tools so you're not limited by your technical ability, but you can create some pretty cool things once you have a solid foundation on music production. And it's way easier to do that with a mentor. How spirituality shapes my production process. And so to understand this, I put our reality into the three realms that we live in: the physical, the mental, and the spiritual plane. And so the physical level here is where we see everything. It's how we perceive music, um, mostly. And it's like the physical world that we live in. And every session, starting every session with an intention, whether it be how you want to express yourself or what you want to convey in your music, is how we can start with the spiritual process. Then we have to go into the mental plane. So to get into this plane, this is like the mind. And the mind, as you know, is how everything is really created in terms of how we perceive reality. Everything starts in the mind. So understanding how to shape the mind so it's prepped and ready for the music production process. And we can do this through meditation, through journaling, or visualization practices like ideal outcomes. But then there's also one step further where it's you letting go of the ego and letting go of expectations of what you are creating. And this is the key to manifesting the best creation possible, is letting go of the creative process. And that's why it's kind of a paradox. It's like, okay, you want to set your intention for something that you want to create, but also surrendering to the flow of life. So this is how I see it. It's like taking aligned action, but also having an intention for the ideal world that you want to create in terms of your music production, but also letting go of the process and letting it unfold naturally without trying to force things, going back to the Taoist Wu Wei flow of life. So, a lot of my inspirations, I'm not afraid to admit that Julia Cameron, The Artist Way, and Rick Rubin's The Creative Act, two books that have been trending on social media, more recently are two of my biggest inspirations for how I go about things, but also I'm a certified yoga teacher and meditation coach, so I can help guide through that process as well. And then ideas from like Stoicism and Taoism. I would say more Taoism recently, and embracing the detachment from the outcome and the flow of life and the present moment and awareness in creation as well. So, how can this benefit you if you're an artist or a music producer? Well, you're going to achieve greater creative freedom because you're going to be less attached to an outcome, and you're going to have a better understanding of who you are and what you want to create. Also, a deeper emotional resonance in your music because it's going to be more in line with who you are. So you're going to be more in tune with what that is for you, as well as a stronger connection to your audience. And this is because, with the internet now, people are being curated and shown exactly what they need to see. And when you are authentically showing up as yourself, you're going to find your target audience pretty quickly. And I've seen that in my own experience. And then this is just overall a fulfilling and creative practice that you can carry for the rest of your life. So once you understand these practices, you're pretty much going to remember them for the rest of your life. And so it's going to be extremely beneficial for you to understand these. Nikola Tesla talks about this in terms of understanding the secrets of the universe, in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And if you understand music, you pretty much know that that's exactly what music is. And that's why I also believe that music can help us uncover a lot of secrets to the universe, whether it be through clearing out emotional baggage or, just really letting go of things that you're holding on to and um, altered states of reality and consciousness, all through music and also during the creativity process. And that's why I also see this process as something that's not for any just one person. It's not for super advanced producers because I know that everybody can benefit from the healing process that creativity and music production has to offer. Everyone has a sound, and everybody deserves to express themselves in that way. So, why do I approach it this way? Well, it's more about music production and more about the transformation that you receive. Music has a lot of power in it in terms of raising awareness, healing, and inspiring. And so, by integrating a spirituality practice into the creative process, artists basically are limitless in terms of creativity and what they can create. So, everything becomes an inspiration, and you'll see inspiration in everything from like a trash can. And now with like AI, rather than fearing AI, we can see it as an inspiration or ways to improve our creativity and become better versions of ourselves and become more in alignment and touch with our highest selves through inspiration rather than competition. Maybe you've seen this. This is my process on seeing music as a spiritual practice. I'm not going to get into this now. If you want more information on this, you can book a free call with me and we can go through how I see music as a spiritual practice even more. But it's a great rundown. I get more depth into this in my course. So if you're interested in that, let's schedule a time and we can see how we can help you understand my process. It's helped others. And if you are feeling blocked or creatively out of alignment as a music producer or artist, this might be a great course for you. So if you made it this far, thank you very much. And I hope to talk to you guys soon. Peace.